Hi everyone, it's Cameron from Vanity Girl. So I wanted to do a random questions tag just because I wanted to do it. So yeah, I figured it'll be pretty fun, and there's a lot of really random and some even bizarre questions, so stay tuned. Okay, so the first question is, where were you 3 hours ago? I was in class. Who are you in love with? Jesus. I'm in love with Jesus. Have you ever eaten a crayon? I don't think so. Not that I remember. Is there anything pink within 10 feet of you? I guess this kind of counts as pink. Is my little like makeup bag. It's really cute. It reminds me of Betsy Johnson, but I mean, it's not a Betsy Johnson bag. I got it a while back when I worked at this store called Francesca's Collections. So yeah, they have a lot of really cute stuff. When is the last time you went to the mall? Monday. I interned for Who What Wear. For those of you who don't know, it's a fashion like online media site. It's a really awesome website. So I interned there, and at the end of the day, you know, as my last errand to run, I did some drop-offs at the Beverly Center, the store that I had to go in. I'm not gonna name it, but I was waiting on them to finish the transaction, and the Beverly Center, I've only been like a few times, even though I am from California, but it's a really ritzy mall. Louis Vuitton, Prada, it has all those stores in there, plus it has Forever 21, H&M. But anyway, so when I went to the store, I'm thinking, okay, you know, this is a really kind of like bourgeois, you know what I mean, like mall. So you kind of expect the employees to kind of be the same. There's like a customer and another sales associate, you know, behind me talking about some shoes or something. So I guess she asked him if they have the shoes in her size or something. So he comes up to the register where I'm at, and he's like looking on the computer, and he yells across the room, "What's your size?" And I was like, oh my gosh. And I just thought that that was hilarious, because here I was thinking that everyone is so, you know, high class or whatever you want to call it, and has this, you know, luxe like air about them, and here he is like, "What's your size?" like yelling across the, oh my gosh, it was so funny. So yeah, that was the last time I went to the mall. When was the last time you drove out of town? Actually, this past weekend. My boyfriend Kevin and I went to San Diego. We went to a wild animal park, so we got to do like a safari and drive, you know, get on a tram and like drive through where all the animals are, you know, from Africa and different things like that. So that was really cool. Have you been to the movies in the last 5 days? No, I haven't been to the movies in the last 5 days, but I have I watched a movie in the last 5 days? Oh, I have watched a movie in the last 5 days. So while we were in San Diego, I watched Sex and the City 2 for the first time. The reason why it's taking me so long to watch it is because I heard it was horrible. The first one was so amazing, but I guess I was kind of thinking like, well, with all that drama in the first one, what more, you know, what more is there to talk about? But of course, there's always drama. So I watched it, and it was amazing. And Patricia Field, who is the costume designer, you know, for the movie as well as the TV series, is phenomenal. Who cares about the plot? Like, the fashion is just like out of this world. Like, oh my gosh. Are you hot? That's hot. Paris Hilton. Hot, like attractive. Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna say I'm ugly, because that's not what I think I am. What's the last thing you had to drink? Milk. Because I had cookies. So yeah. Do you wash your car or let the car wash do it? Neither. I don't wash my car. My mom and my grandma and even Kevin have been at my throat about washing my car. My car looks like a little dust bunny on wheels. Yeah, I just don't have the time to wash it. Have you bought any clothing items in the last week? No, surprisingly. It's actually a good thing. A very good thing. Yeah, I don't believe I have. Nope, not since my last haul. I haven't shopped since my last haul. Whew. When is the last time you ran? I'm not a runner. I probably haven't really like ran since like junior high. No, high school. What are you wearing right now? I guess I missed that one. So I'm wearing this like chunky beanie I got from Forever 21, and these earrings as well that I got from Forever. I'm wearing this oversized cardigan, boyfriend cardigan. It's actually from the men's section from Urban Outfitters, and it's by All Sun. It has these like wooden like texture buttons, and then you know, just oversized pockets. It's really comfy. It was kind of cool outside today, so that's why I had it on. And then I have this shirt. It says Liberté. Yeah, and it's like a tribal printed shirt, kind of cropped, just loose. Got that from Urban too. It was on sale. Don't mind my room, it's a mess. So I have on these I have all these trousers. They're army green, pockets on the side, and they're like kind of baggy, and they have like a zipper on the side with like a button at the bottom. So yeah, they're more fitted at the bottom than they are on the top, and yeah, they're really comfortable. I don't have any shoes on, you know, because I'm in the house, but if I would have put my shoes on, I would have been wearing these, which are, you know, just some like combat boots, and they're from Forever 21. What's the last sporting event you watched? I guess the only thing that would even be remotely close would be when Kevin and I were at my best guy friend, Ben. We were at his house like 3 or 4 weeks back, and they were playing Madden. That's the closest thing. What is your favorite animal? I like dogs, but I don't like big dogs. I like dogs that stay about, you know, in this range and smaller. Even though I'm not, if I had a dog that small, I probably wouldn't be the type to carry it around in my purse and all that type of stuff. I might dress it up. I might like make clothes for it. I think that'll be kind of fun. Kevin loves big dogs. He wants an Akita. Like, no, like that's not okay. So who gets dogs that are bigger than them? Your dream vacation. I want to go to India. But I mean, for a dream vacation, I would definitely want to go to the nicer parts of India. And just kind of, you know, dig into the culture and just everything. Like, just be a part of that whole scene. So, yeah, I think that'd be really cool. Worst injury you ever had? When I was in competitive cheer in middle school. I don't remember if I was in the 6th grade, actually. And we were doing a stunt. I was a flyer, and so this was like competitive cheer, like ESPN, you know, status. I hate to bring up a reference to Bring It On. That's really like cheesy. Like, that's not how cheer is. Nick's minus the spirit fingers. So it was really intense. So we were doing stunting. I was a flyer at this point in time. Like, I believe this was probably like my first, and I believe it was my last time attempting to be a flyer. And they figured, she's so skinny, she's so small, you know what I mean? She'll be perfectly fine. We'll be able to toss her up. So I go up, and I'm up there, and I'm doing a liberty, which is basically standing like a flamingo. So I'm standing up there, and I'm trying to, you know, balance, and I'm holding up my high V. And then next thing I know, like, I started to fall, but when I fell over the girls' heads. The girls that were underneath me holding me. So as they're holding me like this, it's like timber, and I'm like falling over them. Nobody was there, you know, nobody could catch me. Everybody that was spotting was not on that side, just because usually you lean to the other side. I land on my ankle, bent, and I just remember crying and like Oh my gosh, like miserable. And after the fact, my ankle was huge. It was a little bigger than a tennis ball. It wasn't broken, it was sprained, but I remember that was probably the worst injury that I've ever had. And after that, I've never been really willing to fly again, ever. Have you been in love? Before Kevin, I guess I've been in, I don't know if I've been in love. I guess I thought I was or wanted to be with this, you know, particular guy, and I liked him a lot. And, you know, there was this whole fiasco. He moved, you know, to another city, and we were still together, but it was like dumb. Like, we never really seen each other after he moved, and so everything was just like a phone conversation. After a while, we just really started getting separated, and he would say, my mom doesn't think that we should talk on the phone as much, basically telling me I'm a distraction. And, you know, I guess at the time I completely understood it because I was like relatively close to his mom. So, you know, I just had that respect for her especially. So for him to tell me that, I was like, okay, like, you know, all right, I understand. I mean, it kind of hurt my feelings that I thought she would think that of me, that I was a distraction or trying to, you know, pull him away from whatever it is that he had to do. But nonetheless, after that, a couple weeks later, found out that one of my friends, who was also in classes with me and everything, I would talk to her about, you know, me and his, you know, relationship and different things like that. And she, you know, I mean, we were cool, we were friends, and then come to find out he was messing with her. And I remember on Halloween, like, he talked about how, no, I can't come out there, you know, my mom's not gonna let me, or some crap like that. And I was like, okay. And then, like, you know, after I had found out that she was messing around with him, one of my good friends had a photo album, and I remember at lunch looking through the photo album and seeing a picture of him and like all of our other friends and the girl, and he's all dressed up, and it was clearly Halloween. And I just looked at the picture like, oh my gosh, like, he's so full of crap. One of the most dramatic parts of like high school. But yeah, so I guess I was in love, or I don't know what I was. I still don't know to this day. But I guess I would say if I was in love, it wasn't mutual. It couldn't have been mutual, because if it was, then I wouldn't have went through all that stuff. Do you miss anyone right now? I miss my brothers. I haven't seen them in a really long time. With the craziness of my school schedule and my internship, like, I haven't been able to, you know, just go out there. So I miss them a lot. Darian, Aaron, Ryan, I miss you guys, and I love you guys. That was really corny, but I miss them a lot. And for me to be, you know, a big sister, I really feel bad that I'm not, you know, able to be there as often as I can. But I definitely hope that, you know, once I finally get out of school, that I'm able to actually, you know, spend the kind of time with them that I would want to. Last play you saw. It was quite a while back. Kevin surprised me and took me to see The Color Purple. And I believe it was one of the last showings. And it was, you know, the one with Fantasia Barrino. And it was awesome. Oh my gosh, it was awesome. Oh. What is your secret weapon to lure in the opposite sex? I don't know. I never thought about that. Like, ooh, what am I gonna do to like be some kind of like aphrodisiac? I'm very outspoken, I'm very opinionated, and I'm really outgoing. I guess like the 3 O's. That's what I'm assuming they're attracted to. I mean, I've had other guys just flat out tell me what they're attracted to, and I mean, no, that's not cute, and I'm not gonna say it out loud, but you know what I mean. which they don't ever get very far. But yeah, so I don't really know what my secret weapon is, because I don't try to lure in guys. That's not my thing. I've never went after guys. Were you ever an honor roll student in school? All the time, and especially in grade school. Principal's honor roll all the time. My mom had so many freaking bumper stickers, to where it was pointless for her to put any of them on the back, you know, of her car. Once I got to college, it's really hard to get on the honor roll. But I actually made the dean's list for last quarter. So, round of applause, hooray for me. That was the first time I was able to make the dean's list, and my grades were pretty awesome. Throughout my entire like history of being in school, I've never gotten, you know, like D's, F's, I think a few C's, but it's not really that hard. School's never been that hard for me, so I guess that's a perk. What do you want to know about the future? I am a Christian, so which means I believe that Jesus is, you know, coming back, the second coming, the rapture. I believe all that. Would I want to know the future? I feel like I already do, in a sense. No, I'm not Miss Cleo. Like, I'm not, you know, call me now. I'm a, you know, tell you everything that it is you want to know about your future. But, I mean, in a biblical sense, it's there. If you read it, you know, it's written. Not everything is written set in stone, you know, about you individually, you know, how many kids you're going to have, when you're going to die, what kind of success are you going to have, you know, all that type of stuff. But, you know, on a spiritual level, everything is there. So as far as the future, I guess I don't really need to know anything, because I feel like I already kind of do. Kind of like all these conspiracies that you hear about now, like New World Order and things like that, and you know, it's scary. And you know, things that are going on like in the Middle East right now with all the protests and the crazy, you know, tsunamis we're having, and the earthquake in Japan, and even I believe there was one in Thailand and New Zealand, and you know, all of these crazy things happening in such a short period of time, that all of that is written in the Bible. Like, it tells you. It doesn't say specifically Japan is going to get hit with an earthquake on, you know, blase, 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 you know, the date, the time, and all that stuff. But it lets you know. But I think, you have to look into it without your own, you know, assumptions, without your preconceptions, your misunderstandings. Come to it willing to take from it what it has to give to you. Don't take from it what you already assume it's going to give, if that makes any sense. And I think a lot of people have that mindset when it comes to the Bible. They take what they want to take. You know, you hear what you want to hear. But that doesn't necessarily mean that you understood what was being said. So, yeah, the future, it's there. And then again, although it's there, it's up to you to believe it, which that's an individual choice. So, yeah, that's just my opinion on that. Woo. Are you wearing any perfume or cologne? No, I am not. I don't wear cologne. Well, I guess that's why I said perfume or cologne. But if I do wear perfume, I wear I don't remember what it's called. I guess it's just Paris Hilton. It comes in like a pink bottle with like black stripes on it. It smells really good. Where is your best friend? My best friend, Brandy, she is at work. I have two best friends actually. I have a girl best friend and a guy best friend. My girl best friend is obviously Brandy, and my guy best friend is Ben. Benjamin. I don't know where Benjamin is actually. He's probably out getting in trouble or doing something he has no business doing. So if you're watching this, stop. How about that? How is your best friend? So Brandy is really, God, I love her. I don't know. I mean, she's really down to earth. She's funny, generous, kind-hearted. She's very opinionated, very strong opinionated. And she could be the most random person, like breaking out in song, and man, like at the most random times. I could be waking up in the morning still, you know, wiping the crust out of my eye, and she's in the kitchen singing like she's in an opera or something. It's hilarious. So yeah, she's amazing. And my best friend Ben, he's a nutcase, and I mean that in the best way. He's really spontaneous. He's really driven. He always has plans for something. Like, always has something that, you know, we need to do this and we need to do that and da-da-da-da-da. And I think the cool thing about him is that he actually, like, does it. Whether they're good plans or bad plans, he does it. He goes through with it. He's not one of those types of people that sits and rants and raves about what they want to do and how they're going to do it. He just goes out and does it. And then even if he fails, he's still able to learn, like, okay, well, you know, now I know what to do next time. And then he goes and does that. Like, he's always on the go. He's always moving. So I love that about him. And he's probably one of the most intelligent guys that I know. Hands down. Yeah. And so, yeah, those are my best friends. Do you have a tan? Naturally, because I'm black. Who's the biggest gossiper you know? Yeah, I don't know of anybody. Even if I can think of somebody, I'm not gonna name them and put them on YouTube. Put it on blast on YouTube. What are you listening to right now? Nothing. Silence. What does your last text message say? It came from my sister Taylor, and that's what it says. I don't know what that means. So I think that was maybe an accident. I don't know what she was doing. Do you like hot sauce? No. What is your heritage? I'm just black, African American. It's kind of, I mean, out here at my school, there's a lot of real, I feel like they're the real term of what African American is. You know what I mean? They're literally African. They're from Africa, you know, Ethiopia, Libya, Nigeria, especially for the most part. Ghana, sheesh, like all, you know, all over the place. So they're like really African, and then they live in America. So I feel like that's an African American. But I mean, me, I'm black and I was born in America, so I don't know what that makes me. Even though, you know, obviously like my ancestors are African, but yeah, I don't know. So I'm just black or black American or whatever. Are you rich? No. If your definition of rich is material things, monetarily, well, even in that sense, I guess I'm rich compared to, you know, poorer countries. But by American standards of rich, no, I'm not rich. I do believe that I'm rich spiritually. And I guess that's why I'm like fine with, you know, where I am, who I am. I'm content with what I have. Like, I'm working with what I got. You don't really need the other things to make you valid or relevant or have some sort of identity, because my identity, you know, my identity is in Christ. So, yep. And last question, but not least, what were you doing at 12 a.m. last night? Sleeping. That's exactly what I was doing, because my back was hurting like crazy. So yeah, that's the last of my questions. I guess you got to learn quite a bit about me, and if you guys have any more questions, I don't really care what they are, as long as they're not like disgusting. Even personal questions, I guess that's fine. So go ahead and subscribe. Check out my blog, Vanity Girl. I'll put the link at the bottom. and give a thumbs up if you like this video, or if you want more answers to questions, and just leave all your questions in the comment box. I love talking, I love giving my opinions on stuff, and advice if I can, depending on what the subject is. But yeah, so I'll see you guys later. Bye.